All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to The Pulse, episode 9, the quarantine version. I'm just about to get all the coaches in, and we can start our conversation. Hello, boss.
Wait, I have to go to my car.
I know, I just thought it would look cooler, I guess. It's a lot quieter, to be honest. So I was thinking about, what would be good to talk about today, and I was thinking maybe we should do like a Hall of Fame moment. Talk about, let's see how many people know about good swimmers. We make it nice and brief for everybody. So, a lot of swimmers, if you tell them today who's the, do you know anything about swimming, or do you know anything about a good swimmer? And they'll say, yeah, I know Michael Phelps. But, there were so many other people before him, that basically started this whole role of swimming, or just continued, the progress. And then another thing I was thinking about that we could talk about is, the times. How fast can a swimmer go? Like, do you ever think they would break a 20-second in a 50-meter freestyle? I was
There
thinking
are
about these type of
some
topics.
studies.
There are some studies, huh? So that would be a good thing to talk
Not
about.
studies, like experiments. Like even Caleb Dressel tried the other,
Uh-huh.
recently, I think, like 3, 4 months ago, with a full body swimming suit.
Uh-huh.
In a short course, he tried to go under 20, I think, or under 20. I think under 20.
Oh, of course, under 20. It has to be under 20. Everybody's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
under 21 lately.
There is a
So
video. I
basically,
think it was sponsored by Speedo.
I think what we need to say is, I think what we need to tell people is, what is the world record right now? What is the world record for a 50 freestyle? Okay. And basically, so that they can have, I think the world record, I think, is 20.6, right? Or 20 point,
96. 2096.
no, it can't be that. I think it's less than that.
No, 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 no. I think they broke the 21 by a few seconds. Sorry, hundredths of a second.
Really?
Cesar Cielo. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 2096. So do you so when Cal Dressel wore the fast skin, what was his time? What
He
did he
got,
go?
I don't remember exactly, but I think 20.6 or 20.4
20.4, huh? That's like saying
or
that's
6. I
like
don't
saying like
remember. I don't remember.
well, that's the thing, you think about, what it takes, and Cal Dressel is one of these swimmers that's really amazingly or genetically like a basically, let's just say, a beast, huh? And you don't know, can there be somebody faster than him? He has the height, he has the jump, he has the kick, he has everything that would encompass a sprinter. All right, but is he the final frontier? Do you think there would be somebody that's a lot faster? Or how can you be a lot faster? Should you be a lot tall? Would height be involved? Would the frequency of the arm be involved? These are the kind of things
Uh,
you'd think about.
there are minor details now because with the technology and all the hard training these people do in
Hmm.
nowadays, it's like minor details. For example, Caleb Dressel, he's unbelievable, with his dives.
Right.
He dives, he's very powerful, uh, and you see the difference from the dive. He enters the water and he's half a meter ahead.
Right. And for example, I remember in the 90s, it was all about Alexander Popov. I don't know if you
And the
you know
nice
you
technique.
followed him,
He,
huh?
but in the
And the nice
90s, Popov
and
swam
the
200, 150.
no, he didn't. I didn't remember him swimming a 200, but I did, for sure I would remember a 50 and 100. And I think he has
Yeah.
the record for consecutive Olympics. One after the other, like two. I think he has 3 consecutive Olympics, right? One after the other. So he had, I think, in
Yeah.
Atlanta. I think no, wait, it wasn't in Atlanta. 96. In 92, it was Barcelona, right? 92
Barcelona, yes.
Barcelona, and then 96 Atlanta, and then 2000 Sydney. And that's when he stopped, I
Sydney, yeah.
believe. Yeah, that was his last meet. So yeah, it was all about Alexander Popov. And I remember what made him special is even in the Sydney Olympics, when everybody had the the what's it called, the aqua blade. Okay, before the
The
fast
swimming
skin.
suit, you mean?
Yeah, the aqua blade. He still had what's it called, the
The
paper suit.
speedos.
He was the only one that was wearing a speedo, and it just shows you, how you know how confident or how prepared the guy is.
You know,
Uh,
that was also my personal story. When I went back to swimming from basketball, my first final, everyone had the full body swimming suit from top, down to the toes, and I was in speedos
and it,
and with hair.
I'm pretty sure you did it for the Greek girls, I guess.
No, 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 I didn't know. Like, I didn't even expect a basketball player all of a sudden in the finals.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, a basketball player with height. So obviously, yes, I
Yeah,
would assume he'd be in the finals. But then, and
but
then, and then the French changed everything, I guess, when it came to
but
sprinting.
this is the 50s, okay? It was the 50s and the 100s because there are fast swimmers, in pacing like Thorpe,
Hmm.
the 200,
Well, yeah, no,
400,
well, I think most of our people would
Bitterman,
be Paul, yeah,
yeah,
Hugenbond, Peter van Hugenbond. Oh, I
yeah,
remember.
before this, and then Bitterman with the records, for example, 200, 400 is almost unbreakable now. The 42, the 242.00
Yes,
that he got in
yes,
2009 with the jacket swimming suit.
yes, the German Paul Biederman. And then you had, what I remember. I remember, like, Ian Thorpe in the Sydney Olympics. With the full bodysuit by Adidas.
Yeah,
It was made by Adidas, right? And it was made
yes.
specifically for him. Okay. And I remember a friend of mine went to the Olympics. Okay, and he got the full bodysuit from Speedo. Okay, and it honestly made you look like Spider-Man. So I wore it during
But
college.
they
So I
stopped
wore
them
it during
though.
college. Huh? They stopped them, yeah.
It was him
And what was
basically. Yeah, yeah.
and what was the reason? Do you remember why they stopped the Faskins?
Not the Faskins. I mean, they stopped the full body, both hands and legs. They started only, the tank top, from the shoulders
Mm-hmm.
all the way
Yeah.
down to the legs. The Faskins stopped much later in 2009.
See, I'm seeing here a post by Tejas. Okay, he's saying that the long course world record is
Ah,
20.91.
2091, yeah.
Yeah, 2091. So yeah, well, I thought it was a lot faster than that. I honestly thought it was a lot faster. I don't know
No,
why.
no, no, it
Maybe
was.
it's because maybe because I'm watching too many NCAA yards, 50-yard competitions, and when it's like 18.2, how can they be that
You
fast?
say something is wrong. This is my 25.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then what else do we have? Um, so back to our subject. So I'm thinking about another person I liked, another story I liked was about the French, how the French just came in and dominated everything. And that was that was in 2000, before 2008, I believe. It was in the World Championships, I think in 2007 or 2006, when Alan Bernard and Frederick
There, they
Bousquet and all
started,
of
yeah.
them. Yeah, so I
In
remember, and
2008,
when
they expected them. In
they
2008, they
expected them to
expected them for the
dominate,
relay to win.
they
Yeah.
yeah. So their story was amazing, because I believe what they did, the French just went AWOL and just went all in with these four players like Florent Manodou, Alain Bernard, and Frederic Bousquet. And then I think their only weakness was with the breaststroker. They had one weakness with the breaststroker. That was it. And I remember, because in 2006, you look at Alain Bernard, and he'd break the world record in the 50 and in the 100, and then in the 50 backstroke, and then they just went, and then in the relays also. I remember in the arena league they
They
would
had,
just
though.
dominate all the relays. Huh?
They had the breaststroker. They had the
But
Busquets.
he wasn't. Yeah. But he wasn't that.
No, he got the
That like
gold. he was a world champion, and he also got 2004. He got it in Athens, and then 2008. He was in the medals. Busquets.
That means the only, that means oh yeah, that means it was my bad. I think their weakness was in the butterfly. I think their weakness was always in the butterfly. They had everything else, but the butterfly they were stuck in, because that's how the U.S. beat them in 2008.
Yeah, because they also lost the freestyle. I think the 4x100 free. No, that was the last
Yes,
medal
they did
for
also.
Phelps.
Yeah, yeah. They also lost that part.
The
But
Swam a bit slower. Also, the American guys swam very fast.
also maybe there's a conspiracy about doping here and there.
No, no, okay, but they swam slower though. They didn't
Yeah.
reach the times. And also the American guy, I don't remember his name, but he wasn't,
Hmm.
like, it wasn't Phelps for sure. Like he swam fast.
Yeah. And then
Uh,
so I like their story because if you look at the story of Alan Bernard, okay, it says from 1990, the 2008 Olympics was his I believe his third Olympic. It was his third Olympic. So he was essentially Alan Bernard. He was a 50. He wasn't a 50 and 100 freestyle. He wasn't a sprinter. He was an IMer.
no, yes,
He swam the 200 IM. Okay, and I remember like it said that in 2000 Sydney 2000 he came eighth in the 200 IM, and then in 2004 in Athens he came sixth in the 200 IM, and then in that point they just did something like just like changed him around and made him into a sprinter, and you can see their bodies just like become like really huge. I'm pretty sure all they did was feed them and keep them in the weight room and say, all right, we're gonna turn you guys into monsters. And I think that's what I like most about that story is the fact that how they just changed a person. Okay, if you don't succeed the first time and the second, you will succeed the third time. So
and
I like that story.
this is for the young swimmers. It's a good lesson for the young swimmers that you can be good in one event, but later you can dominate another one.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know.
So absolutely, absolutely, and I like that story a lot. I always tell swimmers, especially with ones that that have that bad stroke, or not that have that bad competition, huh? Like this competition did not work out for them. They were just unlucky. They're prepared, but they were just unlucky. Let's assume, they had maybe a stomach bug, or they had the flu or something. They were just unlucky in this competition. So
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
like to tell them the story of Alan Bernard. And then there's the all-time favorite, the one I met once in Home Depot in Nebraska, is Mark Spitz. But you never see any publicity on Mark Spitz, huh? If I tell a swimmer right now in any program, do you know Mark Spitz? He'll just look at me with his eyes open, like deers in the
A
headlight.
lack of media. Back in his
A lack
era,
of
it was lack of media.
Yeah, he was not sponsored by Kellogg's, I'll tell you that.
Yes,
So
and since the record broke, there is no point,
yeah,
like. But you know what? Because you
absolutely.
mentioned Phelps, another great swimmer wasn't, but he's still active. It's Laszlo Czech. In his
Yeah,
peak, he also had very good times, but unfortunately, he was always behind Phelps. He was like so competing with him, but
mm. Now,
unfortunately, he swam
now, now
the times of
how,
Phelps.
but how old is Laszlo now? To be honest, let's. How old is he? I think he's what, in his 30s, high 30s.
Yeah, 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 because like
He's about.
it,
He can't be in his 20s. Cannot be in his 20s. No way.
I think he was born 85 or 84. We can Google it though.
Oh, okay. So he's like
Uh,
so he's our age.
for sure he's older, yeah, older than me. So I think he's more or less your age.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Well, for him now, I
Still
can only
active, but
imagine
I saw him.
myself. I can think of myself doing a 200 butterfly right now. I don't think I'll finish the. I don't think I'll pass a 50. I'll probably
He
pass
swam
out in the second 50.
the last Hungarian championship. the Open.
Hmm.
He was
Yeah.
there. He swam.
Yeah, yeah, I saw him there. I definitely saw it. I saw it
He
when we were
took
watching
part.
Leah. Yeah. So what else? Who else is got it? A lot of people talk about, another swimmer is Matt Biondi. Now, Matt
I will say
Biondi
something
was
else
like a,
because I saw the post lately when we talk about fast swimmers, for 50s and 100s. Adam
right.
Peaty, did you
Yeah.
see? He's the top 20. He has all the times in the top 20. After the last race he did, if you look about all the fastest times, okay, of all
Uh-huh.
times, in the top 20, it's only his name.
For what? For breaststroke only?
For yeah, yeah, yeah.
For, so you're telling me
So
that all the 20 times there are just Adam Peaty's times in the
you know,
top 20?
every country has a list, okay, a ranking, like of all
Okay.
times, the fastest times.
Okay.
Okay, so in UK, the first 20 times, the fastest times of all times, it's under Adam
Uh-huh.
Peaty name.
Uh-huh.
So number one, Adam Peaty. Number two, Peaty. Three, four, all the way down to 20. So probably,
What?
when he started swimming, he broke, let's say his name was like in the now in place five. And then after another competition, probably he also passed then place eight.
Yeah, but that's
And
not
then
fair
place
though.
one.
That doesn't make sense.
But it's the time because it's official times. So every time he goes faster than. Watch out now. If he breaks his own record, okay, it will
Mm.
be number one, and then the all time will be number two. But gradually, with these
Uh-huh.
times, he pushes someone out of the list.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah.
He
That,
had it
that,
also on his
I'm just
post.
I'm just thinking about, okay, I want to see the fastest 20 in the UK, and all I see is his name. See the top of the
Yeah,
computer click.
yeah.
So what else? Who else
So
should we recognize also in this beautiful marathon of names? Ah, Michael Klim. You've heard of Michael Klim?
no,
Butterflyer, Australian butterflyer.
no.
He was there with Ian Thorpe and all of them. This guy
Okay, it's
was
a
a
bit.
beast. Yeah, this guy was a beast. This guy was bald, never wore glasses, never wore a swim cap. All he wore was a suit, and he'd do a 50 and 100 butterfly only, nothing else. A
Lofty was
typical
good.
Australian method of training. But you
Ryan
think about
Lofty.
see when we talk about these swimmers, what pops up is this trend, huh? Like you remember, like it was all about the Americans, okay, and then you got the Australians jumping into this equation, and then all of a sudden you start getting like these talented Commonwealth countries.
We talk about Dressel, okay, and he's the fastest, but still the records are under a Brazilian.
Mm,
Yes, okay, I know it was swum by, with the full body swimming suit, but still, it's under his name.
Now, do you expect? Let's finish off with this question. Do you expect Tokyo 2021? We're going to see a lot of tough-notch Japanese swimmers we never even heard about, just like China in 2008.
I don't know because I don't know if they publish anything.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, they want to make some noise because if you know, they already participated in the ISL. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they made a team,
Right. They have their own team in the ISL. Yes.
their own team. Yeah, from Kitajiba, I think, the breaststroker.
Yeah. Yeah. Katujina. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, Kitajiba. But so I don't know about the Japanese. But
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning of the season, like September, I was kind of concerned if we are gonna see good times. But all of the Olympians, the high-level swimmers, are very active, and there are some good performances.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
It'll be interesting. And the Olympics is
if they
what? It's
held the
17 days
Olympics,
away, huh?
yeah, if they
Wait,
held
it's
the
not.
Olympics, okay, they don't cancel, uh, we might be surprised that we expected slower times because of the situation. A lot of pools closed, there was limited access, okay, but all the high level of competitive swimmers are very active and there are some good performances. Now, let's see though the morning finals because the finals will be
Oh
in the
yes,
morning.
yeah.
So we
Well,
might see
I think
faster times in the
I'm more
prelims.
excited to see some new names. I'll be honest with you. I'm excited to see some new names. I'm excited to see some new countries jump into this equation and see some new countries in the top 16. I'll be very excited. I think the Olympics is what, 80 days away or 90?
I don't know exactly. Now I didn't count them.
I think it's 90. I think it's 90 days away. So the Olympics is 90 days away. All right. Anyway, coach, we'll see you. We'll see you next week. You have a
Okie
good night.
dokie.
All right.
You too.
Take care. Have a good day.
Good night to
Bye bye.
everyone. Bye bye.
All right. Good night.